You're watching NHBacK40.
Hayride. I decided I was going to take this bird, and only this bird. I dubbed him Hayride for a couple reasons. It seemed the more we hunted this bird, the spookier he became. He's spookier than a hayride, I'd say to Doug, and we'd just laugh. It seemed the more we hunted him, the harder it was getting. He always seemed to know something was up. The other reason confirmed his name. When I thought for sure getting behind this old hay trailer in a back field to ambush Hayride was the perfect setup. Well, that didn't work. Kinky, his favorite hen, showed up. And just like that, as always, she pulled him from me, and those two disappeared into the woods together again. We had 4 other hens on this property, but when Kinky would show up, those two would head out into the woods for a little while. And I thought, she must be Kinky if Hayride's going to take off with her every time she shows up. And that's why we dubbed them Hayride and Kinky. I had him in my sights one day, but I wasn't sure if I had him on camera good. I had the sun directly in the lens and right in my eyes as well. And I already resigned to the notion that I would only shoot if I knew I'd get some good footage. Well, I should have shot that day. Another opportunity arose one morning when I set up on him while he was gobbling and still in his roost. He flew down right in front of me, but he flew further than I anticipated. With my gun on the wrong side of the tripod, I had no shot. While I attempted to move for the shot, he busted me, and a Hail Mary shot proved to be pointless. I decided to head back over on Monday the 16th. Arriving around 4:45 a.m., I was able to locate him as he gobbled in the roost. But he was on the opposite end of the property today. Well, I boogered on over to get set up, hoping not to get busted as I skirted the field edges. I got my main camera set up, and I framed the shot where I hoped he would fly down to. And then I just hit record. I set up a second camera on myself and did the same thing. And then I sat with fingers crossed, hoping I'd made a good choice, and the cameras were set up properly. Well, about a minute and a half was all it took. Hayride flew down right where I had hoped, and it was game on now. When Hayride dropped like a box of rocks, well, I just couldn't believe it. There was no flopping around and no taking off. He just went straight down. I double-checked my main camera to be sure that I had hit the record button, and then I headed over to the bird. I was quite excited, to say the least. Weeks of hard work and early mornings had paid off. Staying committed to this goal, then finally achieving it, was almost surreal. The patience and persistence to stick to just hunting hayride proved worth it. As exciting as all this was, it was also deflating in a sense. This journey was over. There would be no more chapters to this story of an incredible bird that I had, in a way, had a relationship to. It almost made me wish I had missed. Or maybe he had flown a little further or flown a different way. I guess it was the journey, once again, that was more important than the destination. I have found a new love in the hunting world, and that is for these spring gobblers. Well, I know next spring I'll be anxious to locate some turkeys again. Now, will I get hung up on just one bird again? Hell, I don't know. What I do know is this, is that I'll be right back at it next year and looking forward to capturing it all on video again to share with you. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Ever since I was a child, I like my music loud. I was raised on George and Merle, but I love that middle crowd. One thing that's plain to see, the music in my history had a say in who I am today. Yeah, it's country rock and roll. Yeah, deep down in my soul. Yeah, I think it's about to blow. Everybody comes alive with a little bit of twang and grind. Maybe do a couple line dances. I always hold my own, even when I stand alone. When I get up on stage, I take some chances.